How to find and fix AC evaporator coil leaks. Permanently, in today's video, we are going to discuss a very important AC problem: evaporator coil leaks. Many people notice that their AC is not cooling properly. Electricity bills become higher, or ice starts forming on the indoor unit. In many cases, the real problem is a leaking evaporator coil. This issue is very common in split AC systems, especially during summer. In this video, I will explain what an evaporator coil is, why coil leaks happen, warning signs of a leaking coil, how technicians find leaks, how leaks are repaired, and how to prevent this problem permanently. So let's get started. What is an evaporator coil? The evaporator coil is one of the most important parts of an air conditioner. It is usually located inside the indoor unit near the blower fan. The main job of the evaporator coil is to absorb heat from the indoor air. Cold refrigerant flows inside the coil, and when warm room air passes over it, the heat is removed and cool air is produced. At the same time, the coil also removes moisture from the air, helping reduce indoor humidity. Without a properly working evaporator coil, your AC cannot cool efficiently. What is an evaporator coil leak? An evaporator coil leak happens when small holes or cracks develop in the coil tubing. Because refrigerant flows inside the coil under pressure, gas slowly escapes through these tiny leaks. As refrigerant decreases, the AC loses cooling performance and starts developing problems. Even a very small leak can seriously affect system performance over time. Main causes of evaporator coil leaks. Now let's understand why evaporator coils start leaking. 1. Corrosion. Corrosion is one of the most common causes of coil leaks. Chemicals in the air react with the copper or aluminum coil and slowly create tiny pinholes. Cleaning sprays, paint chemicals, smoke, and household chemicals can increase corrosion. Over time, these small holes start leaking refrigerant. 2. Dirt and poor maintenance. When dust and dirt collect on the evaporator coil, airflow becomes restricted. The AC has to work harder, increasing stress on the coil. Poor maintenance also causes moisture buildup, which can lead to corrosion and freezing problems. 3. Vibration damage. AC systems naturally vibrate during operation. If the copper pipes are not properly supported, continuous vibration can create cracks in the coil or refrigerant lines. Improper installation often makes this problem worse. 4. Low refrigerant and ice formation. Low refrigerant can cause the evaporator coil to freeze. When ice repeatedly forms and melts, stress develops on the coil material. Over time, this may create leaks. 5. Factory defects. Sometimes the evaporator coil may have weak material or manufacturing defects. In such cases, leaks may appear even in newer AC systems. Signs of a leaking evaporator coil. Now let's talk about the warning signs. 1. Weak cooling. If your AC is running but not cooling properly, refrigerant leakage may be the reason. The room takes longer to cool, especially during hot weather. 2. Ice on indoor unit. Low refrigerant pressure can make the evaporator coil extremely cold. This causes ice to form on the indoor coil or copper pipes. 3. Higher electricity bills. When refrigerant becomes low, the compressor works harder and longer. This increases electricity consumption. 4. Hissing or bubbling sound. Sometimes refrigerant escaping from the coil creates hissing or bubbling noises. This is a common sign of leakage. 5. Warm air from vents. If warm air is coming from the indoor unit instead of cold air, the evaporator coil may not be functioning properly. How technicians find evaporator coil. Leaks. Professional HVAC technicians use several methods to find leaks. 1. Soap bubble test. Technicians apply soap solution around suspected areas. If bubbles appear, refrigerant gas is leaking. This method works for visible leaks. 2. Electronic leak detector. Electronic detectors can sense refrigerant gas escaping from tiny holes. This is one of the most accurate methods. 3. UV dye test. Special UV dye is added into the refrigerant system. The dye escapes through the leak and becomes visible under UV light. 4. Nitrogen pressure testing. Technicians sometimes pressurize the system using dry nitrogen gas to locate leaks safely. How to fix evaporator coil leaks. Now let's discuss repair solutions. 1. Leak sealing. Very small leaks can sometimes be sealed using special AC sealants. However, this is usually a temporary solution and may not last permanently. 2. Brazing or welding. For medium-sized leaks, technicians may use brazing to repair damaged areas. This involves heating the copper and sealing the crack using filler material. This method only works if the coil damage is limited. 3. Coil replacement. If the evaporator coil has many leaks or severe corrosion, replacing the coil is the best long-term solution. Although replacement can be expensive, it restores cooling performance and prevents repeated breakdowns. 4. Refrigerant charging. After repair or replacement, the system must be vacuumed properly and recharged with the correct refrigerant amount. Incorrect gas charging can damage the compressor. Why you should not repair coil leaks yourself. Many people try DIY repairs, but evaporator coil repair is not beginner-friendly. Handling refrigerants requires professional tools, pressure gauges, vacuum pumps, safety knowledge, proper certification. Incorrect repairs can damage the compressor or create safety hazards. Always contact a trained HVAC technician for refrigerant-related work. How to prevent evaporator coil leaks. Now let's discuss prevention tips. 1. Clean filters. Regularly. Dirty filters reduce airflow and increase stress on the coil. Clean or replace filters every 1 to 3 months. 2. Schedule annual maintenance. Professional maintenance helps identify small problems before they become serious. Technicians clean coils, check refrigerant pressure, and inspect the system. 3. Keep indoor humidity controlled. High humidity can increase corrosion inside the system. Using proper ventilation or dehumidifiers helps reduce moisture problems. 4. Use good installation practices. Proper pipe support reduces vibration and prevents copper line damage. Always hire experienced HVAC technicians. 5. Keep refrigerant levels correct. Low refrigerant creates freezing problems and damages the coil. Always maintain proper gas pressure. Important safety tips. When working around refrigerant systems, wear gloves and safety glasses. Never release refrigerant directly into the air. Never use open flames near refrigerant leaks. Always switch off power before servicing. Use correct refrigerant type only. Safety should always come first. Conclusion. So friends, evaporator coil leaks are one of the most common AC problems, but they can be prevented with proper maintenance and professional servicing. If you notice weak cooling, ice formation, hissing sounds, high electricity bills, then your evaporator coil may be leaking. Finding leaks early and fixing them correctly can save your compressor, improve cooling performance, and extend the life of your AC system. I hope this video helped you understand evaporator coil leaks in a simple way. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to HVAC official channel for more HVAC training videos and AC troubleshooting guides.